Your boy's here. He's not feeling good, but he's here. I'm here for you. I work for you. Bear with me. We're going to have a shorter show today because your boy's down with the flu, but we don't stop. This is week 15. Now is not a time to slow down or not show up. So no matter what, I'll be here, believe me. But it'll be a shorter show than normal. I say 30 minutes and it probably turns into an hour. You know how we roll. We got Seattle at home versus the 49ers. A little bit banged up. We got Matthew, D-Class, Kilpatrick, non-interesting name first in the building today. Appreciate you all being here. File on in, hit that thumb up button. And we'll break down this Niner-Seattle showdown. Talk about Kenneth Walker, some of your dilemmas. Again, we'll be a little bit shorter than normal because of your boy Smitty being a little bit down and out today. Let's get going. The Fantasy Football Show begins now.
You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? Your boy Smitty is down. I'm definitely questionable for Sunday, but I'm here today. We're practicing here on a Thursday. Limited, but we are here. We're not out. We're not ruled out. We're not a did not practice. So bear with me. We'll probably be a lot shorter today. I say that, and then we go a lot longer, but your boy Smitty's not doing great. So let's just get into it. But I work for you. I'm not showing up. You know what I'm saying? This is week 15. This is how we roll. Let's get through all the news that we have. Let's not start off with Burks. Let's start off with some bigger name players. T. Higgins was limited Thursday. Look, there's some thinking that T. Higgins is going to play, obviously. But we also thought he was going to play last week. So what we're hoping for is some kind of, very positive news that helps us make a determination. If we've got a T. Higgins and a Zonovan Knight or something like that, where we could swap out T. Higgins and go with a safer play, because T. Higgins left us all just in the lurch last week. So we're hoping for more than just limited, not knowing what the heck's going on, any ambiguity. So T. Higgins news to come. So hang tight on that one. Justin Fields illness practice in full on Thursday. Fire him up. If you have a dilemma between like Fields and a top 4 quarterback, then we can have a conversation. If you've got Fields and a bunch of guys ranked outside the top 7 for quarterbacks, what are you doing? Get Fields out there. It's one of those situations where he got you here. He's got the ability to run for 100 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Anything else he gets in the passing game's gravy. I certainly do have my concerns about, no Mooney and the offense in general, the passing attack in general. But this is Fields. This is a top 5 to 10 quarterback, and you need to get him in your lineup if he's gotten you this far. Don't bench him now unless you've got amazing options. Russell Wilson, concussion, will return to the Broncos practice field on Thursday and participate in limited capacity. But this guy looked like he didn't know where he was. Prayers up. I don't say that in a way to not speak on this as if it's serious, and prayers up. Prayers up for this guy. He looked like he was unconscious. He looked like he didn't know where he was when he opened his eyes on the field. I don't see how he plays. This feels very much like Mixon's concussion, where it's going to be more of a couple game type of thing, or at least he's going to sit out an entire game and then maybe come back. But Russell Wilson did not have a clue where he was. So we'll update you on that, but no one should be starting Russell Wilson anyway. Tyreek Hill is not on the Miami Dolphin Week 15 injury report, so fire him up. He's good to go. Tyreek Hill is not somebody you need to be worried about. Dallas Goedert, reporters are talking about this guy trending in the right direction to play in Week 15. Depending on your alternatives, of course, you're going to go with Goddard if you don't have a very strong, like Freiermuth type of alternative. If you're talking about Taysom Hills and Driscoll's, if you're in Yahoo, because we've been talking about that, thanks to Kilpatrick and Alejandro, who brought that up earlier, that Driscoll, the quarterback for the Houston Texans, at least the second quarterback that rotates with Davis Mills, this guy's listed as a tight end in Yahoo leagues, and it's kind of a cheat code. It could fall flat on its face. You could definitely score a 0 burger, but what if they rotate this guy in? What if he ends up starting? You could win a league based on this, or you could get a 0. But you could literally win a league, or you could win a week if Driscoll is started at tight end and he goes in and throws 2 touchdown passes or something like that. So know that. But Goddard, we got to take it case by case as to what you're going to actually put on the bench for Goddard if he comes in looking like shaky, as far as what's going on. Lamar Jackson will not play week number 15. Tyler Huntley is expected to be fine and ready to go. So the question is, do you fire Tyler Huntley up? It depends on your options. He's risky for sure. He's still got a lot of upside. I'm still pulling for him. I still very much like Tyler Huntley. Getting hurt in week number 14, it put a damper on his potential. What can he do in these final weeks? What kind of showcase can this guy put on to try and earn a job somewhere? 172 of you in here, only 41 thumbs up. Please punch that thumb up for your boy Smitty, who's out here with doing the flu game. Okay, Jeff Wilson hip is questionable. Fire up Mostert if you got him. He's a fantastic flex this week. Mostert is a fantastic flex. Treylon Burks, concussion, did not practice. Expect to be without Burks. And we'll see. Stevenson did not practice Thursday. It's expected to be the Damian Harris show, but we do need to monitor that. Strong would be probably the best start in that backfield, in that running back room in New England, if for any reason Damian Harris couldn't go, but it does feel like it'll be the Damian Harris and Strong show. Barkley neck is not on the New York Giants Week 15 injury report. There's no way you're sitting Barkley if you've got him. I know he's been disappointing, but you cannot sit him. Not now, not in Week 15. There is some concern. There's worry, of course, but Barkley's a full go, so you need to put him in there. And Najee Harris practice in full on Thursday. You have some dilemmas on your hands if you're going with Najee versus some other players. Like, I'd rather go Zonovan Knight as an example. But here, let's get to these super chats. Neil says, do I flex Walker, Godwin, or Pacheco? Pacheco and Godwin are a tad bit safer than Walker. Let's be honest. You have a couple things going against you with Walker. You have a Thursday night game. You have the injury that he's not on the injury report, but you do know that there's still some issues potentially, or some, like, it's ease him back in risk. Doesn't mean they will. There's risk involved. Thursday night game, Niners matchup, and then the injury. There's 3 red flags going against you. Pacheco safer. Walker's higher risk, maybe bigger chance of a big swing and a home run, but you're talking about a lot more risk involved. You got to pick your poison. Neil, I wish I could make this decision for you. I wish it was simple. I wish I could not give you a wishy-washy double talk type answer. But Neil, the bottom line is Pacheco, Godwin safer, Walker bigger home run potential swing. And I wouldn't say that if the Niner defense wasn't a little banged up too, because this is a tough matchup. But it might be to where he's able to get, into the end zone a couple times. I think he's going to have a good day. I wish you could start at least 2 of these guys. Godwin's pretty decent and safe. Pacheco, now you got the emergence of McKinnon, but Pacheco's still getting a lot of work on the ground. It's an excellent matchup. The Chiefs should be up big, and I think they run the ball a lot. So Pacheco is the safest answer. Doesn't mean it's the most upside. My running back 1 and 2 are Henry and Pollard. Very, very nice. Wide receivers, okay, yeah. I mean, Pacheco's safe, bro. The chat might disagree. The chat can definitely weigh in if they want to help out Neil. Let Neil know what you would do. Thank you, Neil, for your super chat. You are kind. You are the man. I work for you and appreciate you, Neil. Pick 2, Walker, Stevenson, Pacheco, White, or Knight. Stevenson's injured and out most likely, and if he plays, I don't know that you can roll with him. I would say Walker and Knight, or Pacheco and Knight, or Walker, Pacheco. So like you have a bunch of different ways you could go. Your safest bets for volume are probably Knight and Pacheco. It's really hard. Sorry, I'm having trouble breathing. It's really hard to roll with Walker with these 2 safe options. I mean, they're safe. I hate saying that about Walker. I love Walker. I want to start Walker in almost every scenario I can, but Knight and Pacheco are very safe. Can we get a vote on this one? Walker, Pacheco, and Zonovan Knight. Which 2 of the 3 are we starting? Boat says that Walker has a tough matchup tonight against the Niners. This is true. And the run stop is not all that banged up, bro. But the defense as a whole is banged up. And so it does make me feel like Walker will have more room to navigate than normal. Please vote on this one for our boy KH3 season. Are we going Pacheco and Knight for safety and putting Walker on the bench for 1 week? Or are we going Walker and Knight? Bam and Pacheco says Kilpatrick. Kyle says... yeah, that's tough. Safety, again, I hate to give a double talk answer here, but safety is Knight and Pacheco. You want a home run swing, I probably go Zonovan and Walker if you want the home run swing. We got a $20 hauler by Insanity. Insanity dropping the 20 wad. Appreciate you, my good buddy, kind sir. Attaboy. Attaboy, broski. Dropping the 20 wad. Man, I'm having trouble breathing today. Walker, start sit in 2 leagues. League 1, 0.5 PPR. Henry, Walker, Knight, McKinnon, Jamal. Strong need 3. So you're going to go Walker, Henry, and Knight if it's me. League 2 PPR, Pollard's a lock. Knight feels like a lock. It comes down to Walker and Pacheco. Oh, you only need 2 in this one. Pollard's a lock. I probably go Pollard and Knight if it's me. I want to go Walker so bad, but Knight's a very strong play. Pacheco is very safe. Walker's a big swing, potential risk of strikeout. I suppose Pollard and Walker are okay. if you're okay with that potential risk. The safe play is Knight and Pollard in that league too. Appreciate you, Insanity, with your $20 wad on the screen, man. Can't thank you enough, pal. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate all of you. You guys rock. I work for you. Kilpatrick with a $4.99 holler. Smitty is the GOAT. How are we feeling about Driscoll? Any new updates? Also, Mike, the Great White season. This community is fire to the moon. Appreciate you, Kilpatrick. No news on the quarterback situation. Let me pull up news. I think as of this moment, we're still waiting on who's starting. It's probably Davis Mills is starting the game, but they could swap. Like, what if Kilpatrick? What if Driscoll? What if Driscoll goes in there at halftime, or they pull Davis Mills and put Driscoll in for the rest of the game, and you've got him in there as your tight end? Yeah, there's no new news about the rotation. I imagine that Mills is going to start, but you just don't know. In Driscoll being a tight end in Yahoo leagues, he's a pretty decent play. You know, coming off of his 4 for 6 passing for 38 yards and a touchdown, 7 carries for 36 yards on the ground. He's a Taysom Hill. It's such a good call, Kilpatrick and Alejandro, for alerting me to this. But I would say, you know, Mike White's a very, very strong play. If you got Mike White and you're going to use him this week, Kilpatrick, appreciate you. MC Fire, start 2, Walker, Etienne, Pittman, and Mike Williams. Safe plays are Mike Williams and probably, God, I go back and forth on Walker and Etienne. Etienne's he had 17 carries last week. The volume's there. It's just been poor. Not only play by Etienne, you can blame a lot of it on him too. You could say he hit a rookie wall, even though this is not his rookie season. For all intents and purposes, it is his rookie year. He did not play a single snap last year, so this is his rookie year. He's hitting a rookie wall in a sense. Will he push through it in the nick of time? I don't know. I'd probably say Walker and Mike Williams are your safest plays maybe, but Etienne and Walker are not crazy. I think that could be, hey, let me ride and die with my two RBs that got me here, and let me stand by Etienne during a time of maybe a little bit of a rookie wall type of situation. I'd have a tough time putting Etienne and Walker on the bench myself. But the safe plays for safety, because I owe you, it's my responsibility to give you what I believe to be the safer avenue and what to be the riskier avenue. The safer avenue is Mike Williams, who just dropped fire, and Walker, who's probably guaranteed more work than Etienne. With the ambiguity going into week 15 with the way he played, I just don't know. I don't know what kind of workload he's looking at, Etienne. I'm fearful they dial him back. I don't really know what's in store for him. I'd probably roll Walker and Etienne, but man, Mike Williams is tough to sit after that big game. Guys, drop a vote in the chat if you disagree or agree on that one. We got Cameron with the super chat here. We also just got another $20 hauler. Someone wants to make it rain up in here. This is Bob from accounting. Bob from accounting says, I want to make it rain, Smitty. I want to make it rain here on the show. Appreciate you, good buddy, good pal. I'm exhausted already. Bob from accounting, get a nice bowl of chicken soup and watch the game. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate you. Bob is the man. Bob's the man. Smitty, Geno or Watson at QB. I'd probably go Geno Smith. He's been doing it all year. I don't trust Watson. And should I flex Slayton, Elijah Moore, or Chris Moore, Fournette, or Jamal Williams? I'd probably go Jamal Williams, bro. He's, the entire Detroit Lions rushing room and attack was limited, and I don't think that continues. I think they get back to running the ball, and so Jamal's the easy call for me. I'm going Jamal Williams. I think he scores a touchdown again. Start Tua or Mike White. I'm probably, God, this one's tough. I'm probably going, wow. It's tough to believe in Tua right now. Like, let's be honest. It's tough to believe in Tua. It really is, but at the same time, It's probably going to be a battle. This is this Buffalo and Miami game is on Saturday. This is going to be a battle. This is going to be a gunslinging affair. And I might be in the minority here, especially with my love for Mike White and how much I think of this kid. I'm probably going to go Tua in this matchup and predict a little bit of a Miami Mike McDaniel, head coach for the Miami Dolphins, bouncing back here, getting his team, back in a groove. I think they run the ball well with Mostert. I think Tua has a better day. I think they get some balance into this attack. And while I think the Buffalo Bills certainly could win this game, I think there's a potential for Tua to bounce back. It's tough. It feels like Tua may have gotten figured out. But at the same time, he's got an amazing, electric group of wide receivers catching the football. And I just see Hill and Waddle having a day. And so while I like Mike White in a lot of ways, and I'm telling people to start Mike White on a lot of fronts with a lot of questions, I think I still go Tua in this example. But that's me. It is a risk. Mike White might even be a tad safer, bro. But Tua did get you here. You might want to roll with him for one more week. Give him one more try, as Timmy T says. What's good, Smitty? Purdy or Watson at QB? I'd probably go Purdy. He's got the weapons. I know he lost Debo, but he's still got an arsenal. He's got Kittle, Ayuk. He's still got Christian McCaffrey, the quarterback's best friend. You could argue, even without Debo, that Purdy's got some of the best weapons in the NFL still. Just because he's down Debo doesn't mean he doesn't have still some of the best weapons in the NFL. I probably lean. Also, you have Mike White. Mike White's tempting. Mike White and Purdy are very, very close. You can kind of flip a coin on that one, bro. But I probably lean Purdy because of the weapons. I feel like he'll get about 250 and 2 touchdowns pretty easily. Could he get more? Sure. Could Mike White have 303? Certainly could. I love Mike White. If you want Mike White, I wouldn't send you on a lap. Part of me wants to say Mike White. I guess Mike White would be a tad bit safer than Purdy. Cable Jack says, come on, guys. I need to. ETN, Walker, and Knight. You're probably going to go Walker and Knight. I suppose, bro. Or if you're not liking that Niner matchup, man. Niners are banged up a little bit, but if you're not liking it, you could sit Walker. I mean, bro, those are really, really close. Start Geno or Dak. I'm going Geno until he fails me. I mean, he's like a top 6 quarterback right now. It's crazy. Superflex, PPR, QB Hurts, running back Taylor, running back wide receiver Pacheco, wide receiver AJ, wide receiver Cooper, tight end Dulcich, flexes Purdy, bench Dak, Walker, Akers, Pittman. Any changes? I probably would take Amari Cooper out and put in Walker, but that's me. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, Derek. You are the man. This one right here from Alex. Alex says, pick one, start full, PPR, Walker, Chuba, or Dylan. Give me Walker. Give me Kenneth Walker. I'm not sitting Walker in those scenarios, I get the whole, you got Zonovan Knight, but when you have those options, you got to go Walker. Pick 2, Jacobs, Higbee, or Walker. I probably go Jacobs and Walker because we don't know what to expect with Higgins. Did I say Higbee? I'm so out of it. Higgins, Jacobs, and Walker. We don't know what to expect out of Higgins, and because Walker plays in a little bit, you got to go Walker, in my opinion. You got to go Walker. Cody with a $5 hauler. I have Kamara and Mixon with Walker and ETN, White, and Knight on my bench. Any bench worth a start over them. Flex Hopkins or Keenan Allen. I'd probably go Hopkins, I suppose, but that's very close. You have Kamara and Mixon in with Walker, Etienne, and White, and Knight on the bench. You got yourself a dilemma that you're going to get wrong 7 times out of 10, bro. This is crazy. I'd probably go Kamara and Mixon. I hate to say it, but Walker, Etienne. I like Zonovan Knight a lot, but I'm not sitting Kamara. If you're going to sit anybody, I'd sit Mixon for Zonovan if you wanted to go that route, but I'm not sitting Kamara. Ingram's out for the year. I think they run Kamara a lot. I would go Mixon and Kamara, but that's me. You got yourself a dilemma. You should have made some trades, pal. Thank you for the super chat. Fire team, fire options, bro. Walker, Rashad White, or Swift. I'd probably go Walker, but Swift is still tempting. I know that the Lions screwed us, but the whole entire running back room didn't run well. I think they do try and rectify that, but I think Walker is safer. Muth with the foot injury or Goddard. I think there's more questions about Goddard right now than Muth. Put Muth in there. Higgins or Pacheco. You kind of got to go Pacheco right now, but wait and see on the news on Higgins. It could change our minds, but for now, Pacheco. And Walker or Palmer versus the Titans. Give me Walker. Appreciate your super chat. Vamp with the super chat here. Start Walker, Dillon, or Rashad White. I'm going Walker. That's pretty easy for me, at least. This one right here, PPR bench 1. Walker, Rashad White, Zonovan Knight, Swift. Also, don't trust Purdy yet. I'm benching Rashad White, and I'm starting Knight, Walker, and Swift. And if I have to rank those, if I'm getting this wrong, I'd rank them in terms of probably Zonovan, safety, Walker, Swift in that order, if that helps. Also, don't trust Purdy yet in primetime Seattle with no Debo over Brady at home. I mean, trust your gut there. I think Brady and Purdy are very close, so I don't want to sway you one way or the other when I'm very indifferent on that. I think Brady could have a good game. I think Purdy could have a good game. They're pretty close to me. Pick one full PPR, Walker, Akers, or McKinnon. I'm going with Walker in that scenario. That one's not too close in my opinion. Charles, thanks again, Insanity, for the $20 hauler. $5 hauler, pick 2, Gabe Davis, Drake London, Allen Lazard. Give me Gabe Davis and give me Drake London with the Ritter quarterback swap. I think that could be a good thing for London. Bob in accounting, thank you for dropping that $20 hauler. Appreciate you. JT86 with the $5 hauler. Must win this week to sneak into the playoffs. Need to pick 2 out of these. Running backs, full PPR, Najee, Jamal, and Walker, and a flex, Gabe Davis, London, or Pittman. Give me Gabe Davis in the flex. From the two players you need up top, give me Walker and give me Walker and give me Najee. It's hard putting Jamal on the bench, but it's still tough to sit him right now. Sit 1 full PPR, Walker, Ayuk, or Swift. I'd probably sit Swift. It's really, really tough though. But how do you play both Thursday night, guys? I think Ayuk has a pretty decent day, though. Who are we sitting here? We got to sit 1. Are we sitting Walker, Ayuk, or Swift? Please leave one name who you're sitting. Appreciate you. Okay, yeah. Guys, please vote on this one. Let's get some groupthink going on this one. Appreciate you guys. Uncle Slayer dropping a super chat here. I need a W, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex and 1 tight end. JT, Bam. Those are your 2 running backs. DK and Amon-Ra are your 2 wide receivers. And your flex is probably going to be... It's either, God, of ETN, Swift, and Walker. How do you pick on that, bro? Some of you guys, it's not your fault because people probably don't want to trade. So I know that. But, God, that's frustrating seeing you put all these potential high-scoring players on your bench like Olave. This is crazy, bro. Madness. Be playing in a 4-man league, Slayer? What are we doing here? JT, Bam, and my flex will be Kenneth Walker, I suppose. I'm going DK and Amon-Ra. It's hard putting Olave on the bench. If you want to put Olave in over DK, I could understand that. East Coast Tatty, $5 hauler, Lost Pierce. Do I go with... bro, I don't know. These aren't good options, man. Ogun, Algier. Neither one. There's got to be a better option than this. I guess Ogun, bro. Went 9-0 to backing into the playoffs at 9-5. Need good vibes from the chat. I wish you had a better option. Tatty, can you give us a better list? 359 of you in here, only 117 thumbs up. Please punch that thumb up button. Got to have a better option than Ogun, bro. But please drop a bigger list of potential guys. There's no one else you could throw in there. Full PPR, pick 2 from the running back and the flex. Pick 2 for running back and flex. Bam, Dobbins, White, Chark, Palmer. I'm probably going with Bam and Walker. If you don't like Walker and you feel shaky about that, Dobbins is a fantastic safe play, But I like Walker more, but I can totally understand if you felt any kind of anxiety about the Niner defense, which is banged up a little. But I probably go Walker. Start Ayuk, Christian Watson, or Zay Jones. You can't sit Christian Watson. You can't sit him, bro. You can't sit him. I only mean that in tough love. You can't sit Christian Watson. He's playing too good. How are we feeling about Darren Waller in a desperation tight end play? If all news looks good walking into the game, we need more information. We need to wait on that one. We can't, I think, make a decision yet. $10 hauler.
To the moon.
All $10 haulers get a moonshot. Appreciate you. Minding my own. Texas. Dak, Eckler, McLaurin, and Njoku, Mike Williams, Connor, Peoples-Jones, Rashad White, Patriots. D, would you keep this lineup in or use any of the players off my bench? McKinnon. Okay, so McKinnon's the only one. McKinnon and Kmet. Let's see. Who's your tight end? Your tight end is Njoku. As long as he's good to go, I'm fine with that. And McKinnon over, let's see, Dak, Eckler, McLaurin, Mike Williams, Connor, Peoples-Jones. I'd probably go, man, McKinnon's tough to keep out of the lineup. I'd probably say I keep what you have, but at the same time, like McKinnon over Rashad White's even tempting. I love Rashad White, but I do wonder about that split right now. That's the only thing I would contemplate, and you can bring that later in the week, bro. We can talk about that specific dilemma. ETN or Walker. We've been leaning Walker today. Yesterday I was leaning ETN, just to be honest, and so I'm kind of wavering back and forth. I feel like ETN got volume enough to say, hey, the volume's there. However, might they scale it back now because of the ineffectiveness of ETN, or the bad play calling may be the reason, and ETN comes out on fire. ETN also could have hit a rookie wall, even though he's a sophomore. He didn't have a rookie season. So it's like he's hitting a rookie wall. The problem is, does he push through it this week or next week or the next week? We don't really know. So Walker feels a little bit safer right now, even with the Thursday night game, even with the Niners matchup. A banged up defense, but they're still very good. It's tough to say. I'm probably going Walker. Could we live to regret it with all the red flags? Thursday, Niners, injuries that he's still getting over. He's not on the injury report, but there's a lot of red flags there. We could look back in retrospect and say, why did we go Walker? Why did we not see all 3 of these red flags on a Thursday night game and not understand that it was the risky play to make? We don't learn. We don't learn when it comes to Thursday games, do we? We don't learn. We just want to start players that play on Thursday. It's a pandemic at epic proportions. We always want to play players on Thursday. We're sick to our stomachs imagining watching a player go nuts on a Thursday game and not being able to use them. It's a pandemic. It's a crisis. We have a problem. We're all addicted. Jerry, member for 1 month. Start Walker or wait on Traylon. I'm starting Walker, bro. Come on. That one's not. I mean, could Traylon outscore him if he's healthy? Sure, but we're going Walker, bro. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate you being a 1 month member of the YouTube exclusive membership. Link is in the description if you want to become a YouTube exclusive member as well. In fact, let me drop that link in the live chat right now, because if you are a YouTube exclusive member, you can ask me on Sunday morning questions, and I'll only answer people with green names, YouTube exclusive members. That link is pinned in the live chat. Need to flex, please. Need to flex, please. Walker, ETN, Pacheco, Olave, rest of lineup. Bro, I'd probably go. This is one of those things. I'm going to give you the safe and the risky. I mean, given your lineup, you got enough guns. You could go safe with these 2 spots. Maybe Pacheco and Olave, or Pacheco and ETN are the safer plays for you. Maybe Pacheco and Olave are safer for you. If you want a home run swing, Walker and ETN are the home runs. There's just a chance for, you're going to swing and miss, bro. You got to be okay with that. I'm having trouble breathing. I apologize. It sounds like I've swallowed a bunch of air, and I'm like trying to like cough it up. Anyway, appreciate you, Travis. Roman, There's no question attached. Let's try and search for it. Hold on. Here's the question. Walker, ETN, Pacheco, Walker, Aaron Jones, pick 3. I probably put... If you need safety, I probably would put ETN or Walker on the bench. And I wish I could give you a 100%. I feel this way or the other about which one to sit. That would be the safest avenue. I probably would say if you want safety, put Walker down. If you want a kind of home run swing, but potential miss, go Walker over ETN. But I think those other options probably go into your lineup. I got to turn the fan on. I'm like burning up here. Thank you for your super chat. I wish there was a clear-cut answer, but there's not. If you want a home run swing, go Walker. If you want safety, don't go Walker. Purdy, Ryan, Dalton, also flex Walker or Kirk. I'd probably go Walker myself, but I can understand. I'd probably go Purdy over Ryan and Dalton. Give me Purdy. Purdy feels very safe comparatively to those options. Fam first. Purdy, Ryan, Dalton. I'm going Purdy. Also flex Walker. Oh, I just read that one. Sean. Full PPR flex Juju or Walker and start Mark Andrews even Ingram or Evan Ingram. I'd go Walker and I would go Andrews. I know Andrews has burned you, but he's gonna be fine with Huntley. Huntley just got hurt. Mark Cleveland in the house. Mark
to the moon.
Appreciate you, Mark Cleveland. Start Myers kicker. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Let's see what rank he is across the industry for week number 15. So on week 15, consensus data that I have right here, Myers is kicker. He's kicker 12 this week. So I guess, Mark, can you give me a list? Like here, let me give you a list of the consensus kickers that are ranked higher. Buckner, Maurer, Bass, Carlson, Tucker, McPherson, Dicker the kicker, Folk, Joseph, Gold, Elliott, then Myers. So if in that order, I would probably grab those kickers ahead of him. But he's not a bad option. He's not a bad option as long as he's healthy and on the field. But those kickers are ranked higher. Joe with the super chat, tried it yesterday already, but weren't sure. How do you feel about now, bro? Pick 2. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. I'd probably go with Walker, ETN, and Swift. And then the wide receivers are obviously Tyreek Hill and Jamar Chase. The question is, do I take out one of ETN or Walker or Swift for DK? I think I maybe swap Swift and DK if you don't want the home run swing with a chance of miss. Because Swift has higher upside than DK, but he's certainly got more risk, way more risk. I'd probably go DK over Swift until DK proves himself. Cheryl, appreciate your $5 hauler. Hey, Smitty, do you agree on benching DK tonight given you have Chase, CD, and Garrett Wilson? I do agree. I would put Garrett Wilson in. I think Mike White and Garrett Wilson have a day. And I'm gonna put Garrett Wilson in, but I do like DK. I hate putting him on the bench, but I think that's the smart move. Garrett Wilson is a baller. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate you. $10 hauler from Ryan.
To the moon.
Ryan says, Hurts, these are your starters. Hurts, Swift, Knight, Chase, Olave, Hawkinson, Rashad, Elijah Moore. Do I put Walker or Jamal in over any of them? Rashad White or Elijah Moore. If those are 2 flexes, and I assume they are because you're listing them after your tight end, I would start both Jamal and Walker over Rashad White and Elijah Moore personally, but that's me. Appreciate you. Thank you for your super chat. Adrian says Walker, Pacheco, or Judy in the flex position. I'm going to go Pacheco for safety. Walker for high risk, high reward. And it just depends on if you need safety or high risk, high reward. Are you down? Are you projected to lose the game? Do you need to go for a big swing, or do you need something steady like Pacheco? That's how you got to decide that. $10 hauler from Daniel. Appreciate you, Daniel. Smitty, since I'm playing DK, should I keep in San Francisco defense or should I play Green Bay? Green Bay's a good play, but I wouldn't worry so much about that, because even if, let's say, the Niner defense is doing really well, they still will be throwing the ball to DK. So it's not like it doesn't jive well enough together to be okay. I'd probably play your best players, and in San Francisco being probably your best spot for defensive production. I'm putting San Fran probably in, but I don't think it's a bad call. Even if the DK part wasn't in the equation, Green Bay's a good play this week. So if you're feeling Green Bay, there's some weather. I don't mind that. Baker, look, he did great, but are you still doubting a little bit? I am too. So if you want to go Green Bay last second, I'm totally on board with that. It's not a crazy thing to do. The Niner D is also a little banged up, so maybe it makes sense. Dak or Purdy, I'm going Dak for safe. Can I get a vote on this? Dak or Purdy? Purdy or Dak? Who we going with? Pacheco or Walker? Pacheco safer. Walker's more risk, higher upside goes for Walker. Walker's got more upside but more risk. More chance of a strikeout, if you will. So I would probably say, I don't know that I'd go with 2 Thursday night guys, though. I'll tell you that. Maybe you go Purdy and Pacheco. Might not be the worst combination there. Okay, appreciate you with your super chat. God, we got to get to these voice messages here in a second. Smitty, Walker or Murray? Lat Murray, go Walker, bro. Pittman or Cooper? I go Pittman for right now. We don't know what's up with Cooper. This one right here is from Logan. Logan says Zonovan Knight, Kenneth Walker, Rashad White, or Isaiah Pacheco start 3. Lost Debo, Samuel in the flex, 2 starting running backs, and then okay. So give me Knight, give me Walker, give me Pacheco. I like that. Those are my 3 right there. Appreciate you with your super chat. Eddie with a super chat. Need 2 full PPR. ETN, Walker, Najee, Pacheco, Dobbins. I go with ETN, Walker, and Pacheco personally. But if you want to take out Walker because you're worried about this matchup tonight, go with Dobbins. Dobbins is very, very safe. Very safe. Last one, start Devonta Foreman or Rashad White. I go Rashad White. I don't trust Foreman. That's a pretty easy call for me, but I understand it being a little bit of a dilemma. I get it. Crooks says, who do I start? ETN, Walker, Pacheco, Bam, Knight, full PPR. Who do I start? I'm going to rank them because I don't know how many you need. I'm going to say Bam Knight's safest, but I don't know if he's got the most upside. I feel like Pacheco and Bam are the 2 safe plays. If you need 2 safe plays, Bam being the first, Pacheco being the second. If you want 2 high-risk, high-reward plays, ETN and Walker are the top 2 options for explosions, you know. ETN and Bam are pretty safe as a duo, but I would say Bam Knight is probably your safest, but doesn't mean he's got the most upside, my guy. $10 hauler to the moon.
To the moon.
At the end of the day, Bam Knight feels pretty safe. We got a couple $20 haulers. This one's from SB Mac, dropping the 20. Thank you, SB Mac. That one goes right here. And then we got another $20 hauler from Red. But Red has not asked a question yet, so we're going to have to keep an eye out for Red's question. Appreciate you for dropping those $20 haulers, my good people. Max says, been in a league for 20 years. My arch nemesis needed me to win this week so he could make the playoffs. I benched my team, and he's out. I was already safely in the playoffs. Thoughts on this? It's a cash league. Look, I don't think that's a horrible move. I think It just depends. I mean, it's kind of a shady move, but like, look, it depends on your league rules. It depends on your league rules. It depends on if your league has if your league has any rules against it, like you must start your best lineup each week, blah blah blah. It's funny. I have a couple. Look, let me put it this way. I have a couple cutthroat leagues where we do stuff like this, and it's expected. It's expected. Yeah, Savage level 9,000. Exactly. I'm okay with it as long as your league isn't like, totally against stuff like that, and it's written in the rules. So Mac with his arch nemesis knocking him out. We got a $50 hauler, by the way. $50 hauler. We're out. Hold on. $50 hauler. We need to put a couple more bills in here. You deserve a proper shower and rain effect. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me grab some. There we go. Thank you, William, on YouTube. William dropping the 50 wad straight on screen. Appreciate you. I'm out of breath. Smitty, my guy, my teacher, I just wanted to say thank you for the wise wisdom throughout these weeks and getting me to the playoffs. Gonna try to win this week, but with the injuries, my lineup is rough. Also, go Bills. Mashed potatoes. You're the man. Thank you, William, on YouTube. I appreciate you. I'm gonna send you to the moon as well.
To the moon.
William on YouTube, to the moon. Appreciate William very, very much. Red, I don't see Red's question yet. Let me go see if Red ended up asking a question. It says Sanders or Walker. Oh, it does say it in there. I'm sorry, Red. My bad. It was so short I didn't even read it. Sanders or Walker. Sanders is safer. As much as I hate to say that, Red, Sanders is safer. Does the chat agree? Can we vote on Sanders or Walker? I'm disappointed with that. It's okay to take a dive comment, says Ron. Ron's disappointed in me. Ron, I think it depends on. Let me get Ron's super chat up here on screen here. It depends on the situation. Because Ron, sometimes there are leagues where this is a very commonplace. Let's see. Let me get Ron's super chat on here. Ron's disappointed in me. There are certain leagues where this is very, very much in the cards. I have a league where if you try and put off getting a kicker until Monday night or late Sunday night, their guys in the league will drop all the kickers and then leave themselves with, one kicker or whatever. And it's totally acceptable. And everybody laughs and they're like, you shouldn't have done it. It's your fault for waiting. And it's totally okay. And then, Ron, we have another league that I'm in that I know that it would be very frowned upon. So I think, Ron, very, very, you can't generalize across every league. Every league's very different. Your group of people you play with, they're jokesters, pranksters. You know what I mean, Ron? If you're playing with a bunch of serious people and there's rules written about this stuff in the rules, then yeah, you got to know your place. So I think, Ron, it's funny to me, and I think it's great. I think it's great. It's his arch nemesis, Ron. It was fantastic to hear. It was like, I get it. You can call in about it in a minute. But I think it really comes down to what style of league you're in, Ron. You may not play in a lot of these leagues. I do. I have a league full of these types of characters. And I'm just used to it. But you got to know what you're playing in. You know what I'm saying? God, we're so behind on the super chats. Let me get to these real quick, and I'll open the phone lines. Ron, you can call and yell at me if you want. 0.5 PPR, pick 3. Chubb, Knight, Mostert, or Walker. Going Chubb, guaranteed. Knight, guaranteed. And then Mostert's not a bad play. Mostert might be a tad safer than Walker. But if you want a big swing, go Walker if you're okay with the potential strikeout. Appreciate you, Bradley, for dropping that. Thank you so much. Share with another super chat here. Appreciate you. Follow-up question, as I forgot, I have Watson on this team. Need to pick 3 wide receivers between Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, DK, and Christian Watson. Guys, can we please vote between Garrett Wilson and Christian Watson? Those two are almost unbenchable players, but I don't think you can sit Jamar Chase. I don't think you can sit CeeDee Lamb. I suppose you could sit Lamb for both rookie wide receivers, but I don't think I would. Can we please get a vote on this one right here? Are we going with Garrett Wilson or Christian Watson? Christian Watson, Garrett Wilson. Please do group think on this one, and let's get this one to the moon as well. Let's get this one taken care of. Thank you again for the super chat. Appreciate you. This one right here, wide receiver 2 spot, Higgins, Peoples-Jones, or Elijah Moore. I'm going Higgins, but you got to wait on the news and then swap him out last second if for any reason it looks like he's not going to play or something, or there's some negative news on that front. Sit Watson, that's tough. Wilson, Watson, it's torn. I don't know how you sit Watson, though. I don't know how you sit Watson, but there is some comments to the weather. Okay, game starting. I'm trying to get through all these super chats. I'm going home run swing with Kenneth Walker. Game starting soon here. We got to hurry. Home run swing with Walker, lightsaber. Yeah, let's a little Kenneth Walker love here.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber swinging Skywalker.
Okay, Ron, give me 1 second. I got to get through these super chats, and then I'll answer your call, and we'll put you on here. But I got to get through these real quick. Melvin, Smitty, I have 3-month subscribers. Love the show. Melvin, appreciate you dropping that 3-month subscriber question. Appreciate you, my guy. Lockett or Terry, Scary Terry. I'm probably going. Lockett's been so steady though, but it's a tough matchup. They're banged up. Lockett. I probably go. I guess I go Lockett for safety, Scary Terry for upside, and then Kenneth Walker or Jacobs. You got to go Jacobs. As much as I love Kenneth Walker, like I'm no idiot. You got to go Jacobs right now. He's on fire. Okay, yo, Kenneth Walker or Pacheco. Pacheco safer. Walker's got more risk but more upside. If you need safety, go Pacheco. Vamp with another one. Feel like it needs to be said. These are all 50-50 calls. Don't blame Smitty if you lose. Thank you, Vamp. Appreciate you. These are very, very close calls. Insanity with another $10 caller to the moon. Insanity. Appreciate you. Change nothing. Burrow, Henry, Walker, Amon-Ra, Kelsey, Knight, bench, Higgins, Zay, Jameson, Elijah, Jamal, Strong, McKinnon, ESPN, Hurts, Pollard, Pacheco, AJ Brown, Chase, Everett, Knight, benches, Walker, Rashad. So Knight, Pacheco. I like what you got in League 2. In League 1, Henry, Walker, Amon-Ra, Kelsey, Knight, benches, Higgins, Zay. Yeah, I would maybe consider Higgins and Knight very close if we knew more about Higgins and what's going on. So I like exactly what you have, Insanity. That is exactly what I would do if I was you. I feel like it's the safest route to take. Thank you, Insanity, for your super chat. WRM, 0.5 PPR, 2 QB, 1 flex, playing Mike White, JJ Keenan, JT Pollard. Choices from Carr, Ryan Baker for the second QB. I'd probably go Carr, bro. I know he had a horrible game, but he still got Devontae Adams. Of those options, that's what I would do. Hawkinson, Kmet, or Waller, I go Kmet because you got Fields out there. Najee or Pittman for flex, I go Najee, but very, very close WRM. It really, I could argue either way. East Coast Tatty gifted 5 memberships. East Coast Tatty. Thank you, my good buddy, kind sir. Appreciate you. Carlos dropping a $10 hauler.
To the moon.
Thank you, Carlos. Whoa. Sorry. Hey, Smitty, I've been debating who to start as my running back 2 in a flex. Let's see here. I have Cook, Walker, Swift, White. Cook, Walker, Swift, White. I have Burrow, Keenan, Allen. Okay. So you have Cook, Walker, Swift, White. I have Burrow, Keenan, Allen, Brown, and Schultz as my other starters. So you're running back 2 in a flex. I'm going to go Cook, and I'm going to go Walker between those options, Carlos. I'm going to go Cook, and I'm going to go Walker. Appreciate you. Robert with a $20 hauler. Robert, hold on. We got to load up the bills, broski. 1 second. I need to get another stack of this. Okay. There we go. This is so unprofessional. This is so unprofessional of me when I'm about to make it rain, to not be prepared enough or equipped enough to make it rain all show long.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, buddy. Appreciate you, Robert. Robert says, Smitty, my opponent has Stevenson. Stevenson is now out. I picked up Damian Harris and Strong to block him. Nice work. Should I go Elijah Moore, Chris Moore instead of Walker? No, I go Walker, bro. Out of those options, I go Walker. It'd be different if there were closer options, but full PPR. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you. Shoes, 3 running backs, Walker, Swift, Sanders, Pacheco, White, Bam Knight. Bam Knight, Pacheco, and Sanders are your safest plays. They just are. But K9, Swift, and Sanders are the higher risk group if you need a big swing and you're down and out and you need to like win with a big swing. Pick 3, Pacheco, White, Christian Watson, Pollard, Etienne, Dobbins. Christian Watson, Pollard, and Pacheco are your safest 3 that stand out immediately to me. Two-Tone says, Smitty, same question. Olave, Etienne, Walker. I'm stuck. Olave is nice. I really like Olave in PPR. I almost say Olave is your safest play. Walker is your highest risk, highest reward. You know, I wish there was a clear answer there, but there just isn't. Walker, Foreman, Gus, or Hollywood Brown. I'm going to go Walker in this situation. That's where I don't really even hesitate on Walker. This one from Alex, PPR start 2, Etienne, Swift, White, B-Rob, Dobbins, Pacheco. I'm projected pretty even with my opponent. So if you're even, I would probably say you need to start 2. Give me Pacheco and Dobbins for safety. I guess for safety, but Etienne and Swift for big swing home run potential, because even if you're projected as even, you may feel like you need that. I don't know, especially if, like, you know, after tonight your opponent has some high scoring like McCaffrey points or something. Should I be starting Deshaun Watson over Trevor Lawrence? I would not. I would be starting Trevor Lawrence, who's been straight fire. G Money, McLaurin or Hopkins? I'm going to go Hopkins, even with the injuries. To sustain to the Cardinals offensive offense. Start 2 PPR, Zay, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Hollywood Palmer. I go Zay and Donovan Peoples-Jones, personally. I think I got all the super chats out of the way. If I missed anybody's, please let me know. I'll certainly answer supers as we go. Phone lines are open brief.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Oh, Kenneth Walker's out there on the field warming up. I'm feeling good about Kenny Walker right now. Isn't it weird when they just show your player? You're like, yeah, he looks good. The cameraman's showing him. He's going to do well. He has to do well. Otherwise, why would they have the camera on him? I skipped yours. Let me look for it, bro. If I skipped any super chats, please let me know. Follow. Let me see. Follower, I don't have a super chat from you. You didn't drop one. Ron Navy, you're live.
Smitty.
What's up, Ron?
In what world do you think it's okay to take a dive?
In what world is it okay to take a dive? Well, I already explained this. It has to do with the group of league mates you're with and your type of league. I have a league where all the stuff shenanigans are always happening, and if you leave yourself open to not picking up a kicker, and you got the Sunday night game and Monday night game only left, and you're just trying to like skate by, and you're trying to circumvent the rules the best you can to grab a kicker at the last second, and everybody picks up all the kickers and drops them. Fair game in that league specifically, for sure. If you've got league rules that say you have to put your best lineup forward, your pick order and all that's determined by it, Like there's a lot of implications for some leagues also go off of your highest projected possible score, meaning that your lineup has nothing to do with it. The standings have a optimal lineup projection points column, and you can go off a total point, like, or you could go off the pick order, like who gets first pick in the dynasty draft or whatever, based on the highest possible points that could be scored in the optimal lineup, kind of like best ball in a sense. And so you don't need to worry about people setting their lineups the exact way they need to. It's all preference on your league. Like I play in 2 different leagues that are 2 extremes of this, and I know what my league is, so I know to make sure I follow the rules in that league. But if you've got a league where everybody's historically okay with this and there's no rules for it and everybody laughs at each other, they try and, pile it on, and laugh at the guy that thought he could get away with this or thought he could get away with that, not picking up a kicker to the last second. I mean, I'm fine with it. It depends on your league. It sounds like this is that kind of league, and it's hilarious. It's a funny story. Everybody was dying in the chat. It's hilarious.
It doesn't. Most leagues aren't like that. Most leagues are like, and that's what ruins leagues, is people taking dives to get a better draft position, or people taking dives because they're colluding with their buddy that's in there that nobody else knows their buddies. They're colluding together, and so I'm going to take a loss so you can make the playoffs, bro. And stuff like that goes on. It's very unethical. It's not right. And no matter what you say, I'm going to put my best team on the field. I don't care if I'm in last place. I'm putting my best, because you know what? What's sweeter? And you said it's great when you come from behind and you take that win when you were coming from behind and all this. So what's sweeter? Keeping an arch enemy or an arch somebody that you're going against that has a good team. What's sweeter? Keeping them out of the playoffs because you tank.
Are you asking me what I would prefer? I would prefer to play. I know, but hold on. I would prefer to play my best team against the other person's best team, and I'd rather play the best opponent. So to answer your question, I'm like-minded with you on that. But it doesn't mean I'm going to judge somebody if their league is crazy like that and they love doing that stuff. And they give tattoos when someone loses the league. Like those are the kind of leagues where it's cutthroat and different. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not saying I agree with him, Ron. I'm just saying I don't cast judgment on his league if his league is full of a bunch of, like, let's have them.
I felt very highly the way that came across that his league is actually like that. I'm thinking that he's just asking, should he do it? And I mean, really, it comes down to ethics, because it goes a lot deeper than that. Because if you're going to do it in a game like fantasy football, which is a game, you're going to do crazy stuff like that in real life, and it becomes an ethical thing to me. And,
it just depends on your league.
Like
I hear you, Ron,
maybe I'm overdoing it. Maybe whatever. But that's just.
But you're not going to play. You're not going to play in a league like that, and I understand that. Like, and that's fine too. But I mean, there are leagues. Doing this 20 years, I've seen it all, bro. Where everybody's got just different standards of what is considered amazing, funny, screwing Bob out of a playoff spot. Everybody laughing, to a league where they kick out the lowest scoring player and they bring in somebody else. There's just different levels of cutthroatness to a league, and I get what you're saying, and I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I would want to play the best team and his best lineup, but I'm just saying I'm not going to cast judgment on a league that's okay with this or not. Regardless, it doesn't matter. You and I think the same on it. I'm just not casting judgment. But go ahead. What else you got? What do you got for this Thursday night game?
And you've always put your best team out there, and you beat the best team there.
I know, Ron, but
it's a sweeter victory.
I get you, but not everybody's the same. So, like, I understand what you're saying, but not everybody's the same, and they run their leagues different. I've seen it all, so I've learned not to cast judgment on somebody's.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, if it's okay by everybody in the league that happens, I'm okay with that.
But
if
I can't know that.
On it.
I can't know that.
You have to agree for that to happen.
But I can't know that,
okay?
and I can't know that.
No rules, free for all. Screw all this other stuff, and you can do whatever you want, and everybody agrees on it. Fine. But when most of the time it's not like that, though.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
One person trying to and get away with it.
We have no idea. All I know is over 20 years of taking questions like this, I've come to realize I'm not going to cast judgment on a league that allows it or doesn't allow it. Because, Ron, if what you're saying is true, that let's say the majority of the league doesn't like this, then they'll overturn it. They'll do a league vote. They'll figure it out. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about it. But let's get to the who cares about this? This is a preference topic. Let's talk about tonight, Ron. Tell me how Kenneth Walker is going to do tonight. No one wants to hear about league rules. No one cares. Let's get into tonight. What's Kenny Walker doing on the field tonight, Ron? Give me a big prediction.
85 combined yards and 2 touchdowns.
I like the way you think. And I saw Kenny Walker running onto the field, and he looked smooth. his jog from the tunnel to about the 50-yard line looked about as smooth as it could look. I'm feeling good. 15 minutes till game time.
Oh, I know. Matt's in the chat, and he's the 49er fan. He's like saying 35 yards at best, or under 35 yards. He's wishing. I know that.
Look,
but I tell you what, it's in Seattle, and like I said before, I don't know. I don't know how Purdy's going to handle that noise. We're going to find out, though.
Yeah. Slayer says you forgot my tight end Everett. Or okay. Are you going to go with Okonkwo, or are you going to go with Everett tonight? Or tonight, but this week. Everett or Okonkwo?
Everett was having the better matchup. Okonkwo, I do have Okonkwo started in one of my leagues, so I do have him started. But it wasn't him or Everett though. So
I think with Burks probably out, I'd probably go Okonkwo.
Yeah,
I'd like that.
But I mean, look who they're playing. Playing Cowboys defense. No, the Cowboys defense.
Yeah.
Who they playing?
Yeah, it's I'd probably roll with Okonkwo, but it's no Tennessee's at Los Angeles, the Chargers. So Okonkwo is playing the Chargers. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got my games mixed up.
Problem
yeah,
bless with a $20 hauler. I'm running out of bills. Problem blessed with a $20 hauler. Let's see what he says here. So thank you, Philip. I don't see your super chat, Philip. I just see a super chat without a question, but I'll go looking for your question. Problem blessed. Appreciate that 20 wad. Pick 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. JT, ETN, Walker, McKinnon, AJ Brown, St. Brown, DK, Elijah Moore. First round of the playoffs. So Ron, he's got to pick 2 running backs. JT, ETN, Walker, McKinnon.
I would take JT because JT has a better matchup than ETN, and I'd take Walker.
Yeah, I'd probably go Walker. And then AJ Brown, St. Brown are locks in for your wide receiver 1 and 2, and your flex is either going to be DK or ETN or McKinnon. So DK, ETN, or McKinnon. I think I go ETN. No, I just don't know if I want 2 Thursday night guys, but DK should have a pretty decent night.
Sure.
I guess I go DK.
I think DK have a decent night tonight too, but
yeah,
I like St. Brown. I like them all.
I'd probably go DK over ETN for now. Problem. That's really, really close. Isaac, you're on the line with Ron Navy and Smitty. What can we do for you, Isaac? You're live.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's up?
First of all, I praise you for coming on sick, man. I get it. I got 3 kids at home. The kids bring home every sickness in the book, and I've been through it all lately. All right, Rashad White or ETN?
I'd probably go ETN myself. I know that everybody's very, very down on ETN right now. I understand why. I get it. I'm not an idiot. But he had 17 carries, man. I feel like he's hit a rookie wall in combination, even though he's a sophomore. He didn't have a rookie year. So he's kind of hit that rookie wall in a sense. And I know it's a combination of that and the fact that it's just been bad play calls. We've seen Etienne rip off 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 yards per carry before. I'm not doubting Etienne's ability. It's bad game script. It's bad carries. He's getting corralled in the backfield. He's getting hit at the line of scrimmage. I just feel like my fear is they don't give him full volume because of his inefficiency, but until we know that they're going to cut his work back, it's kind of a bad assumption to assume they're just going to cut him back before we've heard anything about it. Like, we're just kind of negatively assuming that they're going to cut his workload back. I kind of like Etienne this week.
Yeah, I mean,
they got to involve him more in the passing game. That's where he's lacking.
Exactly.
When he's involved in the pass game, and a team's got to worry about him running or catching a pass, that's when he's most dangerous.
Yeah. What else you got, Isaac? Anything else?
That's it, brothers. Appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
I had to ask. I have ETN starting in both leagues, but I'm thinking about it a little bit. But it's go time.
Trust your gut, bro. Don't we're on the fence. We're trying to force an answer. So,
yeah, for sure.
And know that I've gone back and forth on some Walker and ETN questions. I wanted ETN over Walker last night, and then now I'm more on Walker. But I admittedly don't know if it's influencing me that he's playing right now. Thursday games, it's a big psychological, mess. To be
it is, man. You want involved, Can
you imagine?
I get it, but
yeah. Can you imagine watching Walker go nuts and not have him in your lineup? And it's like you can't. You'd almost rather him do badly and get that out of the way. But I don't know. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, next caller. You're the only caller on hold. You're live.
Hey, Smitty, can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, cool. Hey, I'm trying to figure out if I want to start Walker this week. You cool if I give you my roster?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So right now I have Tua T at quarterback. My wide receivers are Hopkins, Metcalf, Higgins, and then I just picked up Moore. Running backs, Eckler, Barkley, Jones, ETN, Dobbins, and Walker. And my tight end is Patty Fryermuth.
You have Barkley, Aaron Jones, ETN, Walker, and who?
And Dobbins.
Man, I don't know what you're going to do. You have Metcalf, Higgins, Eckler. Man. I don't know what to tell you to do, bro. Is Higgins? You have to start 3 wide receivers?
No, so the way we do it is 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, and then 3 flex spots.
I mean, ETN, Walker, and Dobbins are all hard to keep on the bench, but the question is, do I like Walker over Hopkins? I might. Given the Cardinals situation, I might.
Got you. And then throw Higgins in the wide receiver spot?
I guess take Hopkins out, and then if you don't feel comfortable with Higgins, you throw Hopkins in for Higgins later.
Got you.
Because we need some clarification on whether he's good to go or not. Because hit the thumb up button. Some of you might leave to watch this game. There's 319 of you still in here, and 196 thumbs up, which is a good number. I'm not complaining. But if you guys could punch the thumb up button on your way out the door before this game starts. All right, man. Anything else?
Hey, real quick, I did have a question with my quarterback with Tua. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to go Tua, Watson is out there, Mike White, Ryan Tannehill, Jared Goff, Derek Carr, and then Purdy.
Well, Purdy, you got to do it right this very second. It might even be locked out at this point. Purdy's pretty safe. Mike White also feels very, very safe. I think Tua is the highest risk, but the highest upside. And I think while he could have gotten figured out, I think he's still got a track team of a wide receiver crew. And I kind of feel like Tua is going to have a nice bounce back game. But that's me. Ron, what do you think, Ron?
It's that Tua game. The only thing that scares me is the weather. In that Tua game.
Yeah. Pacheco, Walker. Pacheco safer. Walker's higher risk, higher reward. Rowe.
I like Pacheco.
Yeah. Rowe. I start Walker, but it depends on your options, man. I don't know. You got to give me an option. All right. I'll take it easy, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
All right. Ron, anything else? You what?
Yeah. We got the game starting in about 9 minutes, so if you want to show my picks, you can go ahead. But anyways, I'm going to let you go so people can see them and maybe do their picks before the game starts, but that's up to you. I'm going to let you go because I know you got $20 haulers.
Give me one lock, Ron, because I think the game's going to lock in right now. I don't think we'll have time, but give me one lock real quick.
One lock?
Yeah.
Okay, just for tonight's game. Let's see, what do I got here? I got DK Metcalf as higher than 66.5 yards.
Okay.
Kenneth Walker over 49.5 yards.
I like it.
Ayuk over 53.5 yards. Christian McCaffrey over 37.5 receiving yards. And Geno Smith for 33.5 passing attempts.
All right, Ron.
That's one of them. I just did 3, but
Kilpatrick, you have 20
the
seconds.
other one has Ferguson.
Nice job. I like those.
Anyways, I'm going to let you go.
I like those, Ron.
All right, later.
Later, pal. Kilpatrick, you got 20 seconds, and I gotta run.
Yo, what's going on, Smitty? Just really quick, which of the two would you rather have as a stash? Would you take Mason or would you take Pierre Strong?
In a dynasty league or redraft?
Oh no, it's redraft.
Give me a Mason. Mason's you got Damian Harris, you got Stevenson potentially coming back. So yeah, I'd go Mason. Mason's 1 degree away.
Appreciate you.
All right, man. Appreciate you later. Real quickly, Fields versus the Eagles or Herbert versus Tennessee. I probably go Fields, but I like Herbert. They're both very close. Herbert might be safer, but Fields has a little bit more upside, a little bit more risk. Thank you. Bell with the super chat, 0.5 PPR, pick 3, Walker, Barkley, Aaron Jones, ETN. I'm going to go Walker, Barkley, and Aaron Jones probably. Yeah. ETN or Aaron Jones is very, very close. $20 hauler from Chris and a $20 hauler from Problem Bless. 2 $20 haulers at the last second here. Appreciate it. Let's hit these real quick before this game kicks off. Problem Bless. Let's see here. Problem Bless says, reload that thing. Big Niner fan, but Hopkins, or I think you're saying, but hoping DK gets 10 catches. I thought that was Hopkins. Hoping DK gets 10 catches tonight, no TDs, and Walker 100+ yards. Only 1 TD. I'm good since benching ETN. All right, Problem. Let's have a day. Let's have a day. You to the moon, Problem.
To the moon.
Problem to the moon. So I gotta drink more. Your boy Smitty's sick. $20 hauler from Chris. Pick 2 to start: Hollywood Brown, Alan Lazard, Rashad White, Chuba Hubbard, Chris Moore. These are tough options. I'd lean Rashad White and probably Chuba Hubbard or Hollywood. Guys, Hollywood or Chuba, please vote for Chris. And Philip super chatted, but I don't see any question attached, so let me go look for it. And then follower, you said you super chatted, but I don't see it. I'm going to look for your questions, though, and just help you out. Philip says, glad you're feeling better. I'm not feeling better, to be honest. I'm way worse today, but I'm trying to push through it. Thank you, though. Need help on these two. Ayuk versus T. Higgins. I'm probably going Ayuk for now because you don't know T. Higgins' status. Start 3. Dalvin, Pacheco, Knight, Jamal. I go Dalvin, Pacheco, Knight. Dalvin, Pacheco, Knight. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate you very, very much. Follower, I don't have a super chat from you, but I do have a question here. I'm going to answer it for you anyway because you are the man. But I don't see there's no super chat. It probably didn't go through or something. Full PPR starting Hurts, Kamara, Lamb, Chase, Hawkinson. Need 3. ETN, Walker, Pacheco, McLaurin, Olave. I'm going to go Pacheco, Walker, and ETN personally. I think Olave over ETN later might be a dilemma. Maybe you bring that to me later, and let's discuss that one. But I think I put Walker in. Appreciate you, follower. I just don't see a super chat. I'm sorry. It's not up. Oh, God. About ready to pass out. I don't know if I'll be able to do a show later tonight. I'm going to try, but appreciate you all. Chris, Problem, Bell, Christian, Problem, Bless again, Phil Phillips, Anti-Slayer, Kevin, G Money, Brandon, Robert Mitchell, Drew, Two-Tone, Ian, Alex, Ron Navy, Christopher, William on William on YouTube, Red, Carlos, WRM, Insanity, Mac, appreciate the $20 holler, Vamp, Josh, Golf, appreciate you, Golf for Life, 99, Melvin, Sam, Kyle Woods, Cheryl, Bradley, Crooks, Charles, H, Eddie Phillips, Logan, D-Class, Derek, Daniel, Adrian, Kramer, Cheryl again, Joe, Mark, Cleveland, Sean, Fam First, Roman, Travis, Rowe, Joe, M, Minding My Own, Chaos, Tony, East Coast Tatty with the 5 gifted subs as well, Anti-Slayer, Uncle, JT86TN, Bob from Accounting, Charles, Insanity, Josie, MC, let's see, Sir Bluntsworthy, Vamp, Shake and Bake, Sam, Cody, Alexander, Alex, F. Fernandez, Derek Hollis, Rav, appreciate you, Alex, Real Estate, Perez, appreciate you, Carmen, MC Fire, Kilpatrick, KH3, and Neil. Appreciate all your super chats. You guys absolutely rock. I couldn't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough. And I'll see you all potentially tonight if I feel okay. I'm not feeling okay, but I got a job to do. Walker or Ayuk tonight. Ayuk might be a tad bit safer. Walker's higher risk, higher reward. Stormcat, appreciate you being in here. If you want to be a YouTube exclusive member, I'll pin the link in the live chat. Good luck, everybody. Ron Navy, appreciate you. Ron Navy says nobody has the same opinion as me on tanking. Well, Ron, I think it's just about the league. I think everyone's just played in different leagues. Maybe you play in a lot of leagues that are all the same from year to year, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just everybody has a different standard for what's, the boys, Like if you're playing in a league with the boys, there's a lot of shenanigans that go on and a lot of laughter and a lot of screwing each other over. And it's not about like a cheating, like collusion trade. It's about like the rules are there. You try and knock someone out a certain way. Everyone laughs at it and moves on. I don't know. But then there's other leagues where I think, Ron, you're talking about that are different. Ayuk or Burkhead. I'm probably going Ayuk, bro. Get Ayuk in. Your time is almost up too, Giancarlo. Get Ayuk in there. Let's roll. Debo, that like button says Niner by nature. Niner by nature. Appreciate you. Thank you, Giancarlo, for that last minute super chat. Ron still. Let's see. We love you, Ron. Just not so hardline about the issue, says Slayer. And Ron Navy says, let's go Kenneth Walker. On that note, we are out of here. I'm going to leave you with the Kenneth Walker clip. Ron Navy dropping a Kenneth Walker super chat. Thank you, Ron Navy. On that note, I'll see you all later. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, which is what this show is. 221 of you in here, 248 thumbs up. Please punch that thumb up on the way out the door. I'm live 7 p.m. Eastern every Monday through Friday. I'm live whenever news breaks. I'm live Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at midnight Eastern. The game's kicking off. Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.